Hello, my friends. It's the O Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, CW, and today I'm asking you a question. I'm going to answer it, but I'm asking you, who's over in pro wrestling? For you, who's gotten over for you in pro wrestling? It's easy to say such and such is over. Hey, Roman Reigns is over. The Bloodline is over. Sami Zayn is over. Bobby Lashley's over. But you as a person, not as the collective wrestling fandom, how do you quantify who's over? And is there a wrestler who's over that everyone else doesn't think so? Is that a thing? Does that thing happen? Of course it does, because you're an individual person and you're great and you have your own opinions and thoughts and you're allowed to. So who's over in your opinion? I'll give you my take. And then in the comments, you let me know who's over for you. Even if someone else doesn't believe it, you believe it. And that's what counts, because that wrestler is trying to get over for the fans. And if he or she got you over, if they got over in your eyes, it's a win. So I want to know, give flowers to your wrestler who you think is over. Let me give you mine. I think, and I mean, this is not a hot take or anything. Rhea Ripley is crazy over right now. Every time she shows up, it's a spectacle. And I think now that she's getting back in the ring after her injury, it's great. She hasn't lost a step. She's still competing at a high level. She's intimidating. Her character work is great. She does a lot with a little. She doesn't say a whole lot, but when she does speak, it's impactful. And she's made again, I always say, if you're going to go into a silly gimmick, you have to believe it wholeheartedly to sell it. And she is selling this mommy gimmick she has with Dom. This, quasi S&M sort of relationship she has with Dominic Mysterio. She's selling it. She's selling it hard. And they're doing a lot with a little. Everything is suggestive with them. Everything is, there's no overt mention of anything going on in that relationship, but you see the way they act and play out, and you're able to form connections. That's the best I think the best example is logo design. So the FedEx logo is notorious is a bad way to say that, is heralded. Is that the word? I don't think it is. It's lauded, maybe that's it, for hiding the arrow, the forward pointing arrow in the logo. And it's one of those things that when you see it, you make the connection. They're not overtly showing you the arrow, but when you see it, you fill in the blanks, you literally, and then you make the connection, and then that logo resonates with you a lot more. When you see the Amazon logo and you see that smile underneath, when you realize it's saying it's a smile, but it's also from A to Z. Amazon has everything from A to Z with a smile. You make that connection, it makes it more impactful. When Rhea Ripley when Asuka blew the blue smoke in Dominic's eyes and Rhea Ripley reacted like a a concerned, I don't know what. Like, it's definitely not a concerned mother, but it's a concerned, she's concerned for her Dominic, let's say. You can make those connections as to why she's concerned and what he means to her in whatever form that is. I don't know if it's a loving relationship, but there's love there, you know. He calls her mommy for a reason, and she has alluded to the fact that, you know, she said, I made him a man. She didn't say anything specific. She just said, I made him a man. And she's doing a lot, right? With looks, she's doing a lot with movements. She's very good at selling her character without words, which is very strong character work. So I think Rhea Ripley is super over right now. Another person I think is super over is Chad Gable. I see I see what they're doing with Alpha Academy, Chad Gable and Otis. They're kind of a comedy act. Not even kind. They are a comedy act. They're heels. They take L's. they get some wins, but they're there to make everyone else look good. But there's no one, I think, in the company who makes people look better than Chad Gable does. He is not only, I believe he's an Olympic wrestler. Like he's very much Kurt Angle. I won't say 2.0, but he's very much in the vein of Kurt Angle, where he's super capable. He is amazingly talented. He is nimble. He's strong. He does great promos. He cut a promo on Up Up Down Down a couple of years ago where I think his catchphrase was ready, willing, and Gable. I mean, he cut a better promo on Up Up Down Down in a video game in the GM mode for Austin Creed and Tyler Breeze. That is better than most promos on national television. The man is a talent, and he has crazy range. Look, he can do this comedy stuff. He can do serious work. He's super over with me. Even if people might not like Alpha Cat, I'm not basing this on anything. I haven't heard anyone say they don't like Alpha Cat. How can you not like Otis? Man's amazing. But I think there's a reason why Chad is taking so many L's, and I think it's the same reason why Bailey is too. I think he can take it. I think everyone recognizes Chad's ability to be a professional wrestler, to execute amazing moves, whether it be on the top rope or the ground or suplexes or whatever. He is capable, and he's all around great. Kind of like Drew Gulak, who also doesn't get the same flowers that he deserves. He's out there training people, being a consummate professional, Drew Gulak. But him and Chad Gable are amazing talents, and I think they both deserve more flowers. Chad is super over to me. Chad Gable is crazy over. Anytime he shows up, I'm there for his match. Every time he cuts a promo on someone, you know it's going to be entertaining. I'm not going to say it's funny, because some of the stuff he says is corny, but it's on purpose, and that's the point. He gets his character. He knows he's supposed to be a corny heel, and everything from his entrance with the shoosh. Here's a little factoid that I didn't recognize. My daughter taught me this. So when Chad goes shoosh, thank you, and he throws two fingers up in the air, did you know that the two finger symbol means be quiet? Because I didn't know that. My daughter told me that. She goes, oh yeah, we do that in school, and it means everyone needs to be quiet. I was like, so he's yelling shoosh and then also double fingers for everyone to be quiet? Yo, that is strong. That's one of those things where if you know, you know, and it just feels good for you to know. Now you know, okay? My daughter taught me that. I was like, man, this 6-year-old just taught me something. And now I'm telling you, is she right? I don't know. Is that a national thing? Is that everywhere? Does that mean be quiet somewhere else? Is that sign language for me? I don't know. I'm going on the word of a 6-year-old, but she said it out of context for what Chad Gable's doing. So I have to believe her, because she wasn't reacting to him. She was just telling me something after school. So if that is what he is doing, that is some of the strongest work, because you just think he's doing peace signs. No, he's telling people to be quiet. Now, am I new? Did everyone know this? I don't know, but this is my show, and I'm gonna make it seem as though I'm the only one who knew. So Chad Gable, Rhea Ripley, two super over people. I don't want to hit anyone who we already know is crazy over. Is there anyone else in my mind that is doing great work and is over in the company? I don't know. I'm blanking. I've been recording for quite a while, so my brain is a little farty. We'll keep it at Rhea and Chad. Two of my favorite right now. They're doing great work. Who do you think is over in the company that maybe someone else doesn't? Or just for you? It doesn't even matter if anyone else doesn't. Who's over for you? Let me know in the comments. Hit the bell on YouTube so you get notified when new videos are up. Subscribe to the show on any podcast platform. I'm talking about any. It's everywhere. Yeah, that's today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you and your time. And remember, I'm your friend.
I'm your friend, but if I ever see you in the ring, I can beat you. Don't you know? Yeah, yeah, yeah.